Hey guys, welcome to Love, Life, and Politics, where I talk about love, life, and mostly politics. Links in the descriptions below to the people that I keep up with throughout the week, as well as my subscribe star if you want to support the channel. Without further ado, let's just get started. 3 things that happened this week that I thought were very significant is the campaign ads really spicing up, new quote-unquote scandals emerge of Trump, and Trump being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Let's get into this. Now, you saw that? I stole that from Tatum. Anyways, first thing that's kind of really big going on this week is the campaign ads are really starting to spice up. I think at YouTube and all the things that I watch definitely do a very good job of targeting, because I've seen maybe 1 or 2 Biden ads, and I haven't seen anything spicy from Biden. Now, that's not from a biased standpoint. I'm just saying what has been exposed to me, probably because of what they see that I watch. I have not seen any really strong, hard-hitting Biden ads, but I have seen some pretty tough-hitting Trump ads. I think we've all seen the one where the lady is going out to her car, the narrator is talking about how she's got a family, blah, 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 and then you see a bunch of a gang kind of like coming behind her, and then she runs to her car, gets in, and reaches for her gun, and then essentially the gun disappears, and it's like Joe Biden is trying to take away your ability to protect yourself, self-defense, blah, blah, blah. That, very good. I think there's a smaller smaller version of that I've seen. I can't really describe it because it's not as memorable as the other one, but it presses on the fact that he's trying to take away your Second Amendment rights. Oh no, it's an ad. It's like a phone. It's like cops. You can only track cops. They'll be there minutes away, but you might not have minutes when your life's in danger. And Joe Biden's trying to take, and he's doing a very good job at that. And I think his campaign has looked at the numbers, seen how many people are new gun owners, especially after the Rona and the crazy riots and whatnot going on in the world. So he's really pressing in that, because a lot of people now are starting to realize the need for their firearms for self-defense. Second thing, a major somewhat thing that's happened, is new scandals of Trump. So let me break down. I think at the top 2 is apparently Trump saying that those who died in, it was either the Afghanistan war or World War II. He was in France or something. This was way back, so this is just resurfacing, so to speak. And he called them losers and suckers and whatnot. So they've been trying to take that and run with it. And there's no listed source. And apparently everybody else who was with him that day has come out. A bunch of them have come out saying, yeah, we've never heard him say that. But I watched Amazing Lucas, and to his credit, I do think that Trump does say some dumb stuff. So I wouldn't put it past him to say this. So I am kind of indifferent. That's not going to change. Like, somebody can talk a lot of trash, but what they actually do is what I judge their character on. Like, even let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. There's one anonymous source that won't go on the record to say that that it actually happened. Let's just say they're 100% accurate. Okay, cool. He said that, but he's the one that is supporting the veterans right now. He's the one that's making sure that they're getting paid more than they were getting paid before. He's making sure that they're trying to get out of these wars and get back home, or at least leave these areas where we've just been in for so long, and for many people for no reason at all. So that's just one thing that they tried to hook him on, so to speak. And then they're trying to allege, what's the other thing that they're trying to allege that he did? Alleging. Dang, I forgot the other thing. That's the major one that they're really trying to sink him on. Oh, yeah, gotcha. And there was an interview that's supposed to air. I don't think it's aired yet, but they took out the clip it, and he said, yes, I was trying to downplay the Rona. He's trying to downplay it. And his whole quote was like, yeah, I did try to downplay it because I wanted to prevent chaos and people losing their minds, essentially, is what he was trying to say. And they just took that first purpose and started attacking him on that. And it's like, do you want the president to make everybody, because keep in mind, even with him trying to downplay it and try to keep peace, saying, hey guys, we'll get through this, stop stressing, we'll get through this, there was still mass shortages of things that people need. There was still a rush. Imagine if the president of these United States decided to just go out and fearmonger like they're doing right now, straight from the get-go. Imagine what would happen to not just the economy, but to our infrastructure. People would lose their minds. People lose their minds when somebody that's a criminal gets shot. Imagine how people act when they think that the world is going to end, which is how they were essentially painting this thing in the beginning, over double-digit death rates. So they tried to attack him on that. And honestly, sorry, but that doesn't help, because he was saying one thing, but he was acting. Again, his actions were showing that he was taking preventative measures, or at least trying to get ahead of these things. Also, I don't know why we're not pressing on it. When he did take measures to curtail the spread of it by, stopping travel from China, stopping travel from Europe eventually, you guys called him racist and berated him for it. So when this man took action, you guys attacked him for it, saying that he should not have taken action. In fact, even Nancy Pelosi was out there going to Chinatown saying, don't worry about it, guys. Just come out here. Just come out to Chinatown. But nobody, I don't know why Republicans are not. I think he's probably just waiting for a really good ad. I'm sure that's what he's doing, because it'd be insane not to capitalize on that. But now they're saying he didn't do anything. So let me get this straight. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's like, on one hand, the man is trying to keep people calm, and he's also taking proactive actions, and you guys are, in the beginning, downplaying it yourself and also attacking his action to prevent the spread. So you can't tell me that this president didn't do enough, but when he did do what he needed to do, you guys attacked him for it. You're idiots. That's not fair, and that's disingenuous, and I think people need to really, oh my gosh, they need to lock down on that. And I know, if the debates are even somewhat fair, yeah, somebody's going to throw a question like that out there, and Trump is going to hammer it, and he needs to put it in some ads. They're really trying to paint him as the bad guy when it comes to this Rona, but he needs to show them, hey, when I was doing what I was supposed to do, you were attacking me. You guys were also telling me to overstep the bounds of governors in order to get what I want done. That's not how it works. Trump, I got so much respect. Okay, not trying to kiss his boot or whatnot, but the fact that he has powers that people have used before to essentially circumvent the governors and just overstep them and just do what he wants, he's always found a workaround, or he's allowed them to make their own mistakes. He has never essentially overstepped his boundaries as the executive, and it's ridiculous how they try to call him a dictator or a communist or not, all those things, while he's got powers and he's not using them because he believes that, okay, states should be responsible for how they handle it. I'm here to help you if you want the help. I'm offering the help to you, but if you don't want it, I'm not going to force feed it to you. And my gosh, they're still trying to make him look bad. I do think, especially now, since like more numbers are coming out showing that only 9,500 people have actually died just from the coronavirus. Man, I said it. Now I'm gonna be the it's whatever. From the Rona, and that's it. That's the number of people who have strictly died from this. So with everybody else in the case, there's some other factor that contributed to their demise, so to speak. And you can't tell me, and I mean, maybe some scientists are out there. You can't tell me which one of them are the reason specifically they died. Somebody died with a heart attack and they have Rona. They count that as one of the contributing factors, and it goes into the death toll. That is absolute BS. We need to try to drill down on who is actually super affected, keep them safe, and figure out how many people have actually just died from this thing so we can respond accordingly moving forward. That's how I see it. These are the scandals they're trying to say are emerging, but sorry, bud. It's like Keflon. He works. You might not like how he speaks and what he says, and I'm under that camp occasionally. Sometimes he says something and I'm like, bro, shut up. But man, he's putting in the work. It's like a trash talker who's your plumber or your electrician, but when he's talking that trash, he gets the job done, he gets it done cheap, and he gets it done well. better than anybody else. Sorry, it is what it is. If you don't like it, that's fine, but just get off his D. Just get off his D. And the media is really showing their bias through all of this. Anyways, and the third thing happened, he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, there's not really much more I can say about that. He was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. And unlike the previous president where they just showered him with glory, saying how much he deserved it, blah, 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 blah. This president deserves it way more than him because he has not added us into any wars. He's caused 2 peace deals that I wouldn't say nobody. A majority of people would not have seen coming this soon, or for some people in this lifetime. 2 separate peace deals that, again, nobody saw coming. He had that taken care of, normalizing or at least normalizing relationships between the United Arabs and Israel. Yeah, y'all, you know how crazy that is. So now there's going to be money flowing, and I think it will help because I know there's underlying religious situations between these 2 countries and 2 religions and whatnot. But I do think once the money start talking, people will start relaxing. Because I'm telling you, as much as some of these people feel like they have to just completely attack somebody because of their religion, once you start putting some money in their pocket and they know that they can better themselves instead of attacking others, I guarantee you we're going to start seeing some better even social relations with individuals between the 2 countries and eventually the other countries in that region of the world. And instead of, kind of giving him props for all the peace that he's actually been spreading, talking to people like North Korea that hasn't been done in ages, they're attacking the person who nominated him, trying to label them far right instead of saying, okay, let's just look objectively at what he's done for peace in the world. If you were to just completely rip off his name, rip off Obama's name, and look at these 2 people and say which one of them deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, hands down, I would say at least 99.999999999% of people would say what Trump has done deserves Peace Prize. And I hope he wins. And it's tough for them because they said there was going to be World War III if he won, but there's been more peace and prosperity under him than the previous administration. Anyways, did I talk about the job numbers? That just added in there, job numbers. We're now at 8-point-something%. They did not think that we'd be able to get to this point this quickly. And I pray that it keeps on dropping the way it's dropping. Because, man, that's going to help him. Not only help him, but people are getting back to work. There's a lot in our world that requires people having a sense of purpose and putting food on the table for your family, feeling like you're bettering the world through your career or whatnot is really good for the human experience and the human mindset. Keeps people moving forward. Anyways, those are 3 major things that happened this week. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, donate. Do anything you can because I really want this channel to end up growing. I'll try to be moving on to other networks and other platforms. But anyways, appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you have a blessed one. Stay safe.